Hello everyone. Today we shall do poem number 4, Death of a Naturalist, which is in your Rhapsody, a collection of ISC poems. Death of a Naturalist is written by Seamus Heaney, a Nobel Prize winning Irish poet who was born in Northern Ireland. And in this particular poem, Heaney's childhood memories of exploring the natural world are vividly portrayed. And as a child, Heaney had a deep fascination with creatures that lived in the flax stand. And he collected frog spawn every spring to watch it to develop into tadpoles. This experience provided him with a sense of wonder and appreciation for the natural world that stayed with him throughout his life. Now, what is a flax dam? A flax dam is a pond used for rotting flax. So he would go there and he had this deep fascination for looking at the creatures that survived in that flax dam. Another important thing is that Heaney's poems often explore themes of nature, politics, and Irish identity. He was deeply connected with his Irish roots and often used his poetry to reflect on the complexities of Irish history and culture. His writing style can be characterized by his attention to detail and its use of vivid imagery to evoke a strong sense of place and atmosphere. Therefore, the setting of the poem is centered around a flax dam situated in the heart of a townland. This is a rural, idyllic environment serving as the backdrop for the speaker's childhood experiences and exploration of nature. The flax dam is described as rotting with flax, weighed down by heavy swords, and it swelters under the punishing sun, daily. The flax dam is also rich with various forms of life, creating a vibrant and a diverse ecosystem that captivates the young speaker. He's fascinated looking at the creatures surviving in the flax dam. There are bubbles, bluebottles, dragonflies, butterflies, spotted ones. But the most intriguing thing that attracts the poet is the frog spawn that grows in the shade of the bank. But the poem, or rather the setting, takes a turn when the speaker describes a hot day and the fields are rank with cow dung, and the previously enchanting flax dam is invaded by a group of threatening frogs. This shift in the setting of the poem symbolizes the transition of the innocent and idyllic perception of nature into a more menacing and repulsive view as the speaker confronts the harsher aspects of the natural world. The title Death of a Naturalist is significant. Why? Because it carries a lot of meanings, multiple meanings rather. On one level, the poem's title refers to the literal death of a naturalist as the young speaker's fascination with the natural world is abruptly cut short by these menacing frogs that invade the flagstaff. This event marks the death of the speaker's innocence and his realization that nature can be both beautiful as well as threatening. The death of a naturalist could also be seen as a metaphor for the loss of innocence that occurs when one realizes the complexity and the potential danger of the natural world. Additionally, the title suggests that the naturalist and by the extension of the speaker will experience a similar fate as the frog spawn that dies and decomposes, becomes a part of the cycle of life and death. So just as at the very start of the poem, the speaker is someone who is observing nature's rhythms and cycles with a clinical and scientific interest. Or so the speaker thinks. He is studying the life cycle of the frog spawn in the pond, the way they move from egg to a tadpole to a frog. The speaker enjoys learning the details of the cycle, but doesn't feel particularly threatened or upset by them. So the speaker can be called a naturalist, someone who studies nature for scientific inquiry, and this creates a certain, you could say, a hierarchy that the speaker is a scientist and nature is the thing that the speaker studies. They are separate from each other. But this separation collapses in the second stanza and the speaker starts to personify the natural world more regularly in his poetry. The frogs seem angry, seeking vengeance against the speaker for stealing their frog spawn. It is as if the natural world and the human world are blending into each other. Furthermore, instead of simply studying and observing the natural world, the speaker reacts to it rather emotionally. And it makes the speaker sickened and the speaker runs away from the flagstaff in horror. The speaker then ceased to be a naturalist, and indeed the distinctions between the speaker and the natural world have broken down. With this, I end my video here. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.